Good morning. This is the PLT overview for the week of March 21st to March 25th of the year 2022. Some announcements. Make sure that your grades are showing up on Infinite Campus. Either make sure they're syncing correctly from Canvas or hard enter the grade. Next, summer learning and teaching opportunities, per Andrea Tedi's email, are occurring, and there's the Jumpstart flyer available. Also, Susan Parath with K-State is facilitating a virtual professional learning series around Teach with Your Strengths throughout April. Please see the attached flyer for additional information and the link to the register. If you have any questions, Dr. Parath's contact information is on the flyer. This is per Dr. Haug's email. Our next announcement says, for the month of March, we will be offering more cybersecurity training from No B4. This month's training will be called Data Breaches Stop the Leaks. This is a short 4-minute training module. All employees are strongly encouraged to complete this training. At the end of the month, we will share results with administration. To get started, please use the link below. You will use your District Office 365 account to log in. Once you are logged in, click on the Go to Training button and then click on the Start button. Here's the link to that training link, and this is per Todd Bryant's email. Next, please help students update their iPads. There will be reminders and advisory. iPads should be updated before kite testing. I would consider 15.2.1 and higher okay for testing. And finally, don't forget to submit your advisory grades weekly in Canvas. There's time in PLT each Friday to do so. This week during PLT, on Monday, we will be going over announcements and completing the PD survey. The link is to it right here, as well as in the advisory or the PLT slides. On Tuesday, we will be preparing for advisory this week, and on Wednesday, you'll have time to complete those weekly tasks. Make sure you update your grades by Friday for your classes for Infinite Campus. And also make sure all of your grades are turned on. Finally, if you have any behavioral referrals to fill out, contact the grade level teams for students with 3, 5, or 7 tardies. For advisory this week, all grade levels, except seniors, we'll be talking about 4th quarter goals. We have our Microsoft form that you can submit your questions and comments on. And then finally, for our questions and answers. For the fire drill, is there a contingency plan for COVID-concerned students who do not want to be packed into the gym? Do teachers have assigned locations in the gym to gather their students? The answer is, we didn't go to the gym, but when we do have a drill, the drill will be in the way that we will actually react in the emergency. All students and educators need to go to the location in which they report. There's no assigned locations in the gym. When you enter, you go as quickly as you can to the furthest spot in the back of the gym to make room for the people behind you. The reason there aren't specific locations is because that could create more problems, actually, and hinder people from getting into the gym. Number 2, can we remind students to stay in the cafeteria and auditorium before school and the cafeteria during lunch? Some students seem to have forgotten this expectation or are not aware of it. Thanks. And there will be a reminder and advisory this week. Number 3, is it possible to have a testing day for standardized tests in which students have a test during the first half of the day and teachers have planned in PLT in the afternoon? The answer is most test dates are dictated to us after the school calendar is determined, and to make changes all secondary calendars. If a student wants to be released after the test, then parents or guardians will have to check them out. Number 4, can we have a day in advisory after spring break for enrollment again? The answer, counselors are now working with students on a one-on-one basis. However, if a student gives you an enrollment form, please take it to the grade level office. All students need this turned in. Please follow up with all advisory students. And finally, number 5, do we have to use the paper forms for enrollment? The answer is yes. The paper enrollment forms are a needed backup that counselors will refer to as counselors complete the master schedule during the summer. Comments. People present for ELT, thank you for being there, were Chris George, Jack D, Vicki Newton, and Doug Andreessen. And finally, tell me something good. First of all, my car broke down, but I was in my neighborhood. Second, the band, orchestra, and choir concerts happened right before spring break. Third, the faculty breakfast before spring break was great. Fourth, the performance of choir and orchestra at the state capitol was amazing. And fifth, the performances at KMEA and in RESAC were great to hear. Thank you all for everything you do and for being good to each other and students this week. Have a wonderful week to start the fourth quarter of the year.